Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Slayer back here again with another video. Just a quick, little bit about me. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Kind of new back into sobriety yet again. And I'm making these videos not only to help myself stay sober, but hopefully help some of you guys out there stay sober as well. Man, I just wanted to say thank you for all the comments and the feedback on my first video, why one drink is too many for an alcoholic. That was epic and awesome to see all your guys' feedback and just what you guys had to say. And of course, it's a bunch of people that can relate that are, saying, yep, same here, because us alcoholics can relate. And that's so important, man. I really do think that that's important. That's kind of what today's topic is about, is, getting sober, being new into the sobriety scene. Because this isn't my first time getting, being new into the sobriety scene, but I also have more time now sober than I have in like the last 4 or 5 years, which is amazing. And I want to say like some of the things that have been working for me and, all that type of stuff. Well, first of all, man, I used to always want to do it alone. And for some people, and of course, this isn't for everybody. Everybody's unique. Some people, they have to do their own thing to get sober. And my advice to you is do whatever you need to do to get sober. At the end of the day, this is life or death. This isn't no fucking joke. This is life or death. So whatever you need to do, if that requires you being alone to get sober all by yourself, do that, okay? Now let's move forward with that. But most people in my experience, and I've met a lot of alcoholics, I am one myself, most people, we can't do it alone, man. We cannot just do it, ourselves. Just, oh, well, one day we're drinking all the time, and now next thing, we're putting it down, and life is just supposed to move on normally. It's very rare when that happens, man. It's very rare. And trust me, I have been that alcoholic who said, fuck everybody, I got it, I know best, blah, blah, blah. And it would be within a couple weeks, I'd be back to drinking again. And I'm not preaching AA. I'm not a gigantic fan of AA, but a lot of friends of mine, a lot of people that I know swear by AA. If you can find a meeting, awesome. And I think that I go to an IOP program, and this IOP program that I'm in can be upwards of 2 years. And that's kind of my group of people right now. I go 3 days a week. And man, it's been a huge factor in what's kept me sober for as long as I've been sober. I got about 2.5 months. And I know that might not seem that long to some people, but to me, that is a long fucking time, because I haven't had this long sober in years. It's been huge. And the reason I say that is because I really do feel like us alcoholics, we need to have other alcoholics that can relate to us, because we're a special breed. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're some of the most driven people that I've ever met in my entire life. When we take our energy that we put towards alcohol, or that we put towards that drug, or we put towards whatever, we are unstoppable. We can do whatever we want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's pretty incredible, man. But we're a special breed of people, and I do feel like you need a group, you need AA, you need some people to just be able to relate and understand where you're coming from, because somebody who is a non-alcoholic, a non-drug addict, they just do not understand this disease. And people who aren't alcoholics should not be expected to understand this. This isn't their field. But it can be very frustrating when you're surrounded by people that have no idea what the fuck you're going through. And trust me, I've been there before, and it usually went in well. Usually it would end with me drinking, man. Having people that understand me, understand what I'm going through, and are also going through the same stuff, makes me feel like I'm not alone. Makes me feel like you know what I mean? Like, I have people in this world that are just like me, because we're not alone, man. There's millions of people that are just like us, going through this battle, going through this struggle, going through this pain and this loss and this destruction and because that's what alcohol is. It's a poison. And the amount of damage and sadness that it's not only caused in my life, but others that I've seen, it's devastating, man. And I really think that, at least for me, it got to a point where I was very excluded, man. I was very alone. And having this group of people that are just there for me and they accept me for who I am, being an alcoholic, and they understand me, man, it almost wants, it makes me want to, almost cry, because it's like, you don't have that for a long time. You destroy all your relationships, you destroy everything. And alcoholism is very, very lonely. And the people that pass away from it, it's usually a very lonely death, man. I think for me, for this alcoholic, I need others that understand what I'm going through. And if you're not that way, that is perfectly okay, man. That is perfectly okay. But for me, it's been huge. Listening to music, getting outside, longboarding, doing anything that you enjoy, that anything that's going to bring you happiness, that's a positive, whether that be work or working out or going out in nature or making a project or, preaching about whatever you want to preach, whatever it is, bring those passions back to life again. Bring your inner child, in a way, back to life again, because all my passions, the second I started drinking, went right the fuck out the window. And doing these things, it's huge, man. And it really does help. And it's helped me. It's one day at a time. It really is. And yeah, man, that's just kind of my advice on that. I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that you need a group of people? Do you think that, are you kind of a person who does it alone? Are you a lone, gunslinger or whatever? I would love to hear, what you guys have to say. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay sober, and yeah, thank you. Peace.